Hey everyone. So today I want to cover my target audience, and that is a little. I guess I'm a little undecided at the moment because I have the title that I have now is like a working title, and it depends. Like originally, I actually wanted to write a book or actually a pamphlet, and it was going to be basically Common Sense Part Two. And for those of you who aren't familiar with part one, it is the pamphlet that led to the American Revolution. And so it's a pretty big deal. But if if I go with that route, it would be Solutions Theory, a New Common Sense pamphlet. The only thing with that is that it would might limit me to people who only heard of the pamphlet. So another title I'm thinking of is Common Sense, the Holy Grail of Psychology and Religion. I feel like that's at least piques a person's interest enough to read the pitch and then take it from there. So target audience could either be patriotic people or people in the self-help. And the service that I want to provide is like, back when you first were learning how to convert word problems into math, and how difficult it was to go from, I don't know, from regular meaning to actually measurable amounts. If we could learn to do that with our words that we use every day, with our social problems, if we could see the math behind that, then we can actually see what we're doing wrong finally and recognize when we're making things worse in the process of trying to make them better. And all the money that's being wasted and being invested in actually making things worse when really we're letting our emotions get the better of us. So I saw an interview with Donald Hoffman on impact theory where he mentioned that this is, scientists hire mathematicians for this very reason. So if I could create a course that can help us to see the numbers by using principles and everyday imagery as examples, that's a game changer. So another way of thinking of it is, we all know that body language is 70% of communication. Well, why is it only limited to the body? Why is it only limited to whatever message we're receiving from each other? Don't we also, if it's about body language more so than the literal words, then what about the imagery all around us? And how is all that being utilized to convey a message to us? How are we receiving that, and how is that affecting us? Which leads me to brain hacking via data mining, which to me is like the new Wild West. And we really need to understand what's being done. And so the value that I want to present here is that insight. I feel as though that insight is what is needed most. And whereas the original Common Sense led to the American Revolution, this new course will lead to the American evolution. And that can be the catalyst for change in the world. And what's really cool, though, is the world can learn about it and learn about what made us great, and learn to see that and demand that, more from us. And it'll I don't know, it's huge for me anyway. But that's the value that I want to offer. And so this kind of psychology has only been understood by very few people. and it's so deep that it's not covered in anywhere, or at least any mainstream places. I feel like all breakthroughs in psychology go to the highest bidder. So I want to change that, and we need that right now. We need to be able to evolve as a species, and the only way that that's going to happen is through the mind. So that's it. Thanks.